Hello everybody, how's it going today? So the date is now September the 26th. It's about 4 a.m. Central Standard Time here in Manitoba, Canada. And it's very peaceful and quiet right now. Had a little bit of trouble falling asleep tonight, so I decided to get up and start doing a technical analysis video. And we're gonna loosely review a lot of these coins that are trending right now. And we're gonna build a small watch list and do a very early morning market scan to possibly prepare for the upcoming week. Weekend sometimes doesn't have too much volatility from what I've been finding lately. So hopefully we can prepare. And tomorrow I won't have a lot of time to be looking at the market. Actually, I'm going to be fairly busy from Saturday till Monday. And yeah, I wanted to make sure that we provide ample amount of time when we have it, because I think it's very important to prepare for, once again, this upcoming week. So the thing we're going to start off first with is these predictions, right? So I nailed two more on the list here, and you know what? I'm going to give myself two freebies, and I'm going to explain why. So these ones here, they were both wrong, okay? So I'm going to give myself a red one here, 9 and 10. So this one here was BTC, and this one here is Link, okay? Current price at prediction. These are kind of irrelevant right now, okay? So this was my prediction over here that I made, where I'm going to do on the other list because it's a little bit easier. So this one here, we said in the short term, under 2 weeks, we'll retest resistance range of 11,750 and 12,500. So this one here was wrong, right? We ended up downtrending instead. And that was a pretty obvious one. So now this is a loss. This makes me 8 and 1. And this one here, my prediction was that we would find support above $9 to $10. Okay? We'd find support around $9 to $10, and that we would end up uptrending after that. But that didn't happen either. So instead it ended up falling to support range around $7 or so. Okay? So I'm going to give myself this one as a loss. And that's going to be 8 and 2 now. But the reason why I'm giving myself two freebie ones here, you'll see in a minute, is because they were massive predictions that a lot of people made a lot of profit. And I said it through Twitter instead of here. So I think that can count as a pretty good one, right? And we're going to go over that in just a second here. Let's make this color red. That's decent color there. Not a little bit too bright, right? Okay, so let's go over this on Twitter. So the last one here was ADA. And the other one was Link. Nope, I didn't make a prediction at all on here for Link. I only did it in my premium group, so I'm not going to give myself that one. I'm going to be fair with myself. But the Cardano one is very important, and I'll show you what I said. This one right here, okay? You know what I love? A good pair of titties. I mean tweezers. Autocorrect. If the daily closes with a tweezer pair combination, we're going up 30% on ADA. Mark my words. I called it for Link, but that one, I don't get it. I don't get a point for it because it was on YouTube only. And I'm calling for ADA here as well. And this one was posted on the 24th. Okay. And look what we ended up doing for Cardano here. Where is it? So basically Link ended up going up first, and then this guy ended up following as well, okay? So the daily ended up closing with this. Exactly, right? It closed with a tweezer pair combination where these two lows right there are the same. The closing and the opening are the same, and the wicks are fairly the same as well. And if we close like that, we were going to go up about 30% total. And here we are with 30% on the nose pretty much from that opening of that day. That was probably the best prediction that I've made this year. And I gotta admit, I made about 40 grand off of that, $20,000 position, or sorry, $200,000 position, and a 20% profit actually. And it was just monstrous. So I'm very, very happy about that, to be able to give myself 1 point. So now that ends up putting me at, I just paused it, I don't want to take up your guys' time. That now makes me 9 and 2. So you take 9 divided by 11. And my percentage win right now is pretty high actually, this year so far, or in the past 11 months. Or sorry, in the past 3 months about 82%. Okay, I'm just gonna write here win rate. and here is 82% so far, and I'll be updating this every single time. So that's a very, very incredible win rate in my personal opinion. I mean, not many people can do that, right? I think that's very impressive even to myself because, well, I've been nailing a lot of good predictions lately. I'm going to take a screenshot here and I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to my Excel and I will make this a hyperlink. And that's beautiful in my opinion. So now let's moving on, okay? I just didn't want to take up too long to update this for you guys. So now let's take a look at Bitcoin and see what she's doing. Let's do like a very general technical analysis just to get an idea of where the market is at and where your head is at, or where my head is at as well, okay? So we take a look at the Elliott wave theory here. Whoops, my bad. And we were saying to ourselves that this right here is 1, okay? 2, that's 3-ish. Then 4 is in this vicinity right there. And that's 5, okay? And this is over the course of about 200 days already, which is about 6.5 months about so far. And if I take my Fibonacci retracement range here, from here to there and there, what we see is that the wave 1 territory is often anywhere between 1-to-1 to 1.618, okay? If you guys don't know what any of this stuff refers to, you should really consider taking my course, alright? And this one here is not going to be a premium video. It's going to be released to the public because I want to do a very general one. You guys should really consider taking my courses because, well, I'm only allowing about 10 people to buy per month now because I don't want to saturate the market. I think it's really going to it's going to exponentially excel your learning. For those that haven't taken it, you got to put in education to yourself. Now, I don't need to shill my course or anything like that at all. Everybody who knows me knows my reputation and knows it's proof in the pudding. And the people who are putting off buying my course, it's not just, it's not for the profit or anything. And why am I charging if I'm doing well as a trader, right? Well, I did put a lot of work for the course. Not only that, guys, it's something that I really respect, right? And I think it's a very well put together course where it's a fraction of the cost of everything out there, and it's also much better as well. You got to put an education into yourself if you want to understand what's going on, and especially from people who have proven themselves in the market and have a good reputation. And you know what, guys? It's almost near the end of the month, right? I haven't really talked about my courses at all this year, or this month rather, so I was giving away a lot of them for free, right, during my birthday. So if you guys are still interested in it, it's near the end of the month. I got like 4 courses left available to sell. And if you guys are interested in it, message me and I'll give you guys a really good discount on it, okay? But I'm only going to do it till the end of the month or until all 4 of them sell, which they probably will sell by tomorrow. And then people are probably going to have to do like a pre-order for August, right? Because I'm only going to allow 10 a month and I've only got 4 more this month. So anyways, just keep it at TA now. So do a 1-to-1 and it gets to 1-to-1 barely, right? And then it gets to 1.618, which is the perfect retracement in my opinion. So now we're looking for we're looking for a retracement to come to the downside here. Okay? So now that we got our 5 Elliott waves in there, if that's even the main count there, we're now looking for a retracement coming to the downside, and I think that we're going to find support above $9,000, okay? It's going to be a fairly significant number if we downtrend below here. Now to me, this doesn't make sense at all, okay? Where we end up uptrending for, here is 160 days, which is about 5 months and 10 days, and then we only correct for, we literally only correct for like 30 days. I don't think so. It doesn't really work like that, where you're getting a ratio of like 1-to-6 pretty much. You know what I mean? So actually, if this was a rally to the upside, it would be like a ratio of, we were already done it basically, okay? We would have been done it already, and it only took a 20-day correction, even though we ended up uptrending for about 6 months there. It does not make sense. Like for example here, uptrended for 200 days, and here we downtrended for, like, we ended up correcting before we had some big rally, right? And here we ended up correcting for like much longer than that. But if this was considered the X right there, then we only ended up correcting for 170 days versus going up for 200. So right now we got some major resistance here, guys. Like looking at it on the macro picture for Bitcoin, we're talking about a major resistance right around that particular range, which is around the 11,750 range. And yeah, going on the weekly, it just makes it a little bit more obvious right around there. Okay, so we take a look at here, here, that range right there. Okay, so all of these here are resistances that I think we're going to be ranging somewhere in here for a long time. And this particular range, let me show you. Right around there. Okay, or pretty much exactly where we're at now, because we have too much relevant support here, here, here. Okay, not only that, this breakout point right here is also significant in my opinion when we go, say, to the daily, right? So this is the break point coming to the downside. So because it's the break point coming to the downside, right there, you know that now there's 4 points of interest here, 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 and also this whole range over here as well. So we know for a fact that it's basically above like 10,000-ish kind of range, right? Maybe just on the bottom of the wicks here, but I would more so coincide it with the 200 exponential moving average. At the 200 exponential moving average, it's a really good sign of support so far that we're finding. Who knows, we might end up, if we ended up holding very bullishly here, and we don't go below, say, the $10,000 range anymore, then we have a really good chance to have a bullish last few months of the year. And then let's just say this were actually true, then we could easily end up going upwards to, say, but of course we have a lot of resistance to meet first. If we ended up staying above this 9,900 range, okay, 10,000-ish, if we did a one-to-one extension at the least, I mean, we could be getting over $18,000 this year. That's if, right? So criteria need to be met. We're going to do a very brief watch list update on here. We don't know about the other, yeah, okay, I'll keep that here, the RSI. I mean, the wave there. RSI, I'm not going to really talk about this right now. I'll keep it just the way it is. Okay, so this one was more like a, just noticing it here. And so I'm going to delete that so I can actually do it properly. So we're finding support above the 55 2-day EMA. Is that true still? Yeah, we actually are. And the 200 daily EMA. And 200 daily EMA. So that's kind of a good thing right here. Right? So now major resistance, it stayed the same actually. If we break above, we'll have a rally to 13.7. Yeah, okay, I agree with that still. I want to take this out here. But realistically, in my opinion, we'll probably end up downtrending to like the 2-day 200 EMA right around here. And if we did that, we would get to the 200 EMA, which is right at the 382 Fibonacci level. So I'm going to say here that I updated this and I just paused it. That 9100 55 EMA, 9100 200 EMA is more likely to be hit first to test. Okay, so I just updated that very quickly for you guys there. So 10,400, it's consolidating. Okay, I'm spelling it horribly. Wave's still good. Finding support above the 200 2-day EMA and 200 daily EMA. Major resistance 11,750. Major support, okay. Major resistance 11,750. Major support 11,400. If we hold above $10,000 range, we could have a bullish last 3 months. $9,100 200 EMA is more likely to be hit first to test. Okay, moving on. We're just gonna see if we can isolate any specific coins to see what's been moving. That's clearly wrong. Oh, never mind. I thought that was USD. I'm not even in the right one. Alright, so Link, we know that's happened already. 88's happened already. Wi-Fi, I'm not interested in trading it. Yeah, I'm just not interested in trading these coins because they're going to take way too much time to figure out. So we'll just leave those coins out there for now. I like to focus on the coins just because they're very, very, there's opportunity for them. I don't like to trade coins that are worth like $30,000 each because the math for me is very difficult to mentally do with my head. I'm not kidding. Like sometimes people have a preference, right? And I prefer not to trade coins that are that high because I can't calculate the mental math fast enough when it comes to like decimal point forms if I'm playing under say $28,000, right? I'd rather play I'd rather play a coin that's like maybe, up to like $200-300 worth at most, like Ethereum we'll say, and that's kind of it. But I also prefer coins that are like under $10 because the math is easy to do. So there's not really anything extravagant right now. Like Lend is alright, but it's at $15 million. You guys notice the volume is like really, really low right now. So nothing is really extravagant except for of course Wi-Fi, but I'm not interested in that. These $20 million coins, right? I'm not interested in trading that as well right now. I'd rather trade the higher volume coins. So I guess this is a pretty good list for us to always be keeping. Let's go down the list. So right here, these are pretty much the ones I'm always looking at. So right now, generally speaking, okay, we're for every single coin, you can see it like this. You can see it like it made a rally since March. Okay, that was a big date. When did it officially start the rally? Let's just check. Let's just figure it out. The last day, I'm gonna say it's March the 13th. So every coin right now, just generally speaking about it, it has gone up a certain amount, and now it is looking for a retracement. You see that Ethereum retraced up to 382 Fibonacci range right here. Okay, so we're just gonna update this really quickly. For Ethereum, it's at 350. So you see Ethereum here on the 12-hour finding support above the 200 EMA and also above the 55 EMA on the 2-day. And that's a very bullish candle. Based on price action right here, what we're seeing is that we got like this ridiculously good bullish candle. So you see this one here, we got this bearish, it's like a bullish pin bar, but it's red. And then we ended up skyrocketing like 16, 17%. This is also a beautiful candle as well on the 2-day. Okay, so let's just put this in here very quickly as well, based on price action, finding support at the 55 12-hour EMA. Actually, I should write it more consistently. 12-hour 5 EMA. No, 200, sorry. Dailies, two-day showed a very bullish and supportive Dragonfly Doji hammer candle, right? So my thoughts in here is, like all coins, we're consolidating after our major rally since March 12. So now waiting for more time. So now waiting to see if we can get a higher high and higher low short term to possibly begin a wave upwards. Possibly upwards. So that's kind of my thoughts on Ethereum right now. No predictions. We're more like just kind of... So what you guys need to understand is this, okay? This is how I see trading. And for those that have been following me a long time, right? I don't make a lot of predictions. And my accuracy rate's actually really high. And the reason, if I can give advice to anybody that's new to trading, or even professional traders, or anybody that's looking to think outside of the box, what I would highly recommend towards you is this, okay? I would recommend that you go over every coin without bias, okay? Which simply means don't be a perma bear or perma bull. Don't think with your emotions. Go over every single coin and get like a general idea of what's going on in the markets in general, right? Because some of them are going to be more progressed than the others that are moving up. Like for example, Link was the first one that ended up moving to the upside after hitting 618, right? Or near 618. And then other coins like Wi-Fi, like SXP, like ADA, they all ended up following it later. So you want to get like a general gauge of everything going on so you can get like lots of facts. So you can have a conclusive idea of how the general market is trending. This way you can eventually make a prediction once you have so much data that it's irrefutable, right? It's kind of like you can say to yourself, is this a nice day? Okay, you ask yourself simply, is this a nice day out? Then you look at the sky, it's blue, there's not a lot of clouds out, It's sunny and 25 degrees Celsius outside, right? You know, the sun is shining very, very bright. The trees are chirping. The parks are full of they're full of people. They're walking around, right? There's kids playing outside. So you know, people are walking their dogs as well. All the patios are full. If you had all that information, then you can clearly say that this is a nice day, right? Does that make sense? So you're getting a lot of information. You're gathering data, so you can make a conclusive reason. You can make conclusive reasoning to find these confluent reasons to enter the market. So right now, I'm very, very liking this coin, Ethereum. Okay, and you look at the daily, and it's like ready to trend to the upside. It's just about to pop. So now the goal with ETH here, for those that are looking at it, is simple in my opinion. Okay, we want to see a retracement. I want to see, I legit want to see a breakout above here. It needs to break out above the 4 hour 55 EMA. It's got to get a higher high. I mean, right now, it's very convincing to go into a trade, to be quite honest, soon. Because I think that this right here is probably like a 5 wave retracement of some sort, or 5 didn't even finish yet. So in my opinion, this could be, and that could be truncated, you never know, okay? Or that could still be an ABC making, and now we're actually making a 5th wave. This is more likely to be occurring, okay? Because what we see here, wave 1 territory, it's got a lower RSI, but the wave 3 territory's got a higher one. So now we want to get a higher high on wave 3, like break above here. So 5 is higher than it, but we get a lower high on the RSI. This way now we can confirm easily that the 5 waves are in, okay? So now we take a look at, NEO's pretty low there on the volume, right? What is NEO even trending at now? Is it even on here? Wow, it's that low. I can't even find it. I'm not kidding. Where the heck is NEO? Oh wow, it's pretty high actually. See, 44.3 mil. So let's take a look here. So NEO is one of those coins that ended up rallying way higher to get a higher high, and I think that it's done. I think that this has got to be done, right, guys and girls? Where I think that this was actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the very scary thing about these right here is that they're very sharp, super sharp waves to the upside, right? Super parabolic to the upside. You know what I mean? And that's scary, because then the drop is going to be scary. So because this one here ended up uptrending a little bit later, so this one, it ended up the uptrend on September the 17th. You take a look at other coins, for example, ADA ends up uptrending till July the 25th. So we can say that a coin like NEO versus ADA, we're like 50 days behind in terms of progression. And you generally follow the same suit. That's how I see things in the market. And you look at VeChain, it ended up uptrending till only August the 8th. So you compare VeChain and you compare NEO, and you're seeing yourself, well, this one here was August the 8th, and this one here is September the 17th. So it's like a 40-day uptrend difference, right? So now we take a Fibonacci retracement. Actually, I should probably get NEO on my list now, okay? You guys are unfortunately going to be watching me do most of this, okay? I highly recommend that if I can give you good advice, I'm not saying to skip through my videos fast or fast forward it, because you should listen to everything, because that's generally how things work, okay? What I would recommend is you guys practice maybe watching the videos on like 1.25 speed, and then you can eventually start working your way up to 1.5 speed, then 1.75 speed, then 2 times speed. And I don't talk that fast anymore, so you know, some videos I talk a lot faster, so you might not be able to watch in 2 speed. But every time I watch anything on YouTube, like when it comes to anything educational, not a movie, but when anything educational, I actually watch it in 2 speed. And your ears eventually adapt and they adjust to people speaking very quickly, just in case you want to shave some time, right? I appreciate you guys watching my videos immensely though, trust me. So NEO's at $22, or sorry, it's at Yeah, about 21.67. Okay. And now we're gonna say that we're consolidating. We're finally correcting. We're definitely in correcting mode. Or I'm gonna say correction underway. When I say consolidating, to me it means it's getting tighter and tighter, right? Getting tighter and tighter. But a correction to me is more like a steep drop to the downside where it's still very volatile. Consolidation means once again getting tighter, right? I'm gonna say wave A is most likely formed, I'll say. Let's go down to a lower one. It could be either wave A down or wave yeah, this has got to go down, man. Honestly, like shit. There's no way that it's gonna just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, the fifth one is usually the one that just ends up tanking to the downside. And we are like the 4 day is not showing it yet, but the 2 day is just like, yeah, it's really getting to the negative side right now. That's getting scary. In the weekly, on the weekly itself, we did show here already a very bearish RSI. Okay, on the weekly RSI, it's losing strength. Going back and forth here. Weekly RSI losing strength. Hard. Bearishly diverging. Bearishly diverging. 2-day MACD. I'm updating this because it's just they're important, these ones right now. 2-day MACD. Was it 2 days? Yeah, major crossover now, finally. This is not a good thing. And it had 5 on the positive side already, so this is very significant. Okay, let me give you an idea of what I'm talking about, okay? This is very important, so pay attention to this. Usually you have something like that, okay? And then comes down. That's for the fast moving average. And you got the slow one. You get 3 crossovers. You get 1, and you get 2, and then you get 3. Okay? And the third one is the one you want to really, really, really catch in the short, as long as you find more confluent reasons. But sometimes you get 5. Okay, when you get 5, that's deadly. The fifth one's sometimes you get, it goes up and then crosses over 1, and then 2, and the third one you expect it to drop usually, right? But if it goes towards like that high, and it's higher than that one already, like higher than, you know, this region, where like this little region right there where it crossed over initially, there's a good chance that it's not going to bounce back down on the third one. So it comes down 1, 2, and then 3, and see the fourth going back up. And here's the fifth one. This one right here is very significant. Very strong shorting opportunity in my opinion. Okay? So I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on NEO right now. I think that it's going to have a strong chance of breaking to the downside. Okay? The 2-day RSI is fading hard as well. 2-day RSI as well. 2-day RSI bearish diverging as well. So here the 2-day MACD is about to show a very strong crossover here. 2-day MACD crossover 5 times now, which can mean a huge drop soon. So the back to over here, alright? Going back to the RSI. Let me just have some water, excuse me. Okay, so wave A is most like is forming, or wave 1 of A. Either one, or actually I'm gonna write either it's wave A done, or wave 1 done, and wave B up, or wave 2 up. Okay, that's how I'm seeing it right now. I'm gonna say wave 1 primary is most likely finished. The wave 1 primary refers to this specific one right here. Okay, so NEO right now is on my hot list. Okay, NEO's on my hot list right now, so I'm gonna focus on a little bit more. And notice how every coin, they ended up retracing like 382, 618, etc. But notice that these guys are not even touching it yet. So a really crazy support range is obviously going to be right around here. And I think that if we can catch it, it's going to be mind-blowingly good. Very good. Anywhere between here, I'm guessing. I think that we're going to trend to the $17 range. Okay. Yeah, $17 range would be just phenomenal. And that'll probably be on the 2-day 55 EMA. It's probably going to catch up to it soon. So the way that I'm looking at this right now is like it could be, this is definitely bearish in my opinion. Like, we ended up reaching a top over there. Just double topping pretty much right up to $25. I made this prediction that we'd get to about 27, which was funny, but it was an official one. So then you take your RSI, or sorry, your fib here, retracement, you see yourself getting to 618, and people enter short position. It's already down like a lot right now. So then you try to break it down a little bit further, and you say to yourself, well, what the heck happened? This was most likely 1, 2, 3, 4, and a truncated 5. And then breaking down even lower here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's probably wave 2 going to the upside here, okay? Where it's probably making, for example, this is a hard one. 1, 2. Actually, I couldn't even tell you this one here. It's extremely tough. Could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And that could be a B. So there might be a wave to the upside still, or this could have been just very, very truncated here or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's got to be 5 right here, finishing it up now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th subwave within this one. This one here is the 3rd. That's the 4th, right? And that's the 1st. So this one right here goes like this, in my opinion. Like that. And then you break it down further, and it goes something like that. See what I mean? And truncated. And I don't know if I can break down even further that one, but I don't think so. Yeah, definitely not. It could be an A, B, C, D, E as well here, but I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. So now we're going to wait. But we did on the daily get this really ugly candle right now, okay? It's like a gravellestone kind of doji at the top there. Or an opposite, like like upside down hammer, right? So this could be B, looking on the big picture, but it does look like a flag, a bear flag, right? Come to the downside here, and then we end up breaking down. And then we continue to downside. It could be very well likely as well. So now what I'm doing for Neo is I'm looking for an opportunity to short it. So Neo looking for short opportunity. Oops, wrong one. Before October the 1st. Okay. And just based on price action right now, we just showed. Actually, I should probably check some of the EMA as well. We're still above the 6-hour 55 EMA, so it's still really bullish. Oh, it looks bullish, but you know what? We're going to probably fall down below it hard. Above 6-hour EMA 55. Above 55 EMA. Above 6-hour 55 EMA. Not likely to hold. Huh. Okay, so I updated those ones today. I want to make sure that you guys are following me pretty well with this, okay? Oopsie daisies. Let's make this very light. Alright, so the one that I'm doing today is basically those three right here, where I've updated, okay? And I don't think I'm going to go further than this, because it's already 30 minutes, and I know you guys don't really like super long videos of mine. And we're going to get all this done before tomorrow, okay? like before tomorrow, like around 8 p.m. because I have some major plans and I'll definitely not be available. Do some pretty cool stuff with my friends. And if you guys once again like you need access to the course, I've got four left right now for the end of the month, and they're normally like anywhere like I'm raising the price on it because I just think it's worth it, right? It's only 240 American, but you guys should, and the people that have it right doesn't even affect you guys whatsoever, so don't worry about that. But give me a message on Twitter, guys, okay? Give me a message on Twitter if you're looking for the course. I'm gonna give you guys a really good discount for the end of the month here, and hopefully we can raise you up to the same level that a lot of the people in the premium group are in. All right. So, and then hopefully you guys will yeah, just you got to catch up to our level, guys, in terms of getting more information in. So definitely consider taking it. I think it's going to be very much so worth your time. And there's not a single person that's ever said to me that, hey, you know what? I don't want your course, or I don't find your course useful at all. And but I think it's always been the opposite of people saying it's people are always saying it's been very very helpful, right? So yeah, tomorrow I'm just I decided to spoil some of my friends because they are kind of cooped up all the time, right? And my city's going into code orange soon. So I decided to buy like 12 tickets to a Van Gogh art exhibit. And so 12 of us are going out there. Then I'm taking everyone out for dinner as well to like a pretty fancy restaurant for sushi. And then we rented a gigantic hotel. So we're just gonna get together and hang out there. So, anyways, you guys have yourselves a great night. I hope I hope the four whoever people end up picking up the course there, because it's really going to benefit you once again. And definitely message me when you have questions. So I hope you enjoyed this small update right now, just for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and for Neo. So we'll talk soon.